Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. We got an exciting show for you today. We're going to talk about the hottie XRP and a couple of more crypto that are doing well today. And I have my good friend Tyler Hill waiting in the back room, and he is going to hit you guys off with some really cool charts. All right. This is brought to you by Stock Up You, where the promo code, the coupon code, the Black Friday / Cyber Monday code continues if you really want to kill it in crypto and understand the entire crypto system. And then there will be a new class in a new lesson in there in the next 24 hours. Now, it's going to help you with making decisions on when to buy what type of coins. Okay, so let's get right into it. There's a quick video that I want you guys to see and a quick news blurb, and then we're going to go right into it. All right, let's go.
Threshold. Ether fell nearly 2.75% to $3,600, and XRP jumped 43% to $2.74 after surging through the weekend, reaching its highest level in years after Fox Business reported Friday that Ripple is close to getting a new stablecoin greenlit by a top crypto regulator. The rally, though, first kicked off soon after U.S. Election Day, when the industry began to anticipate more favorable crypto regulation.
We're going to bring my man Tyler Hill right up. Tyler, hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How's it going, man?
It's doing good, man. It's doing good, man. Hey, I just keep looking at my crypto portfolio and smiling, even on the red days. Hey, good people, I just want to tell you this. If you're goodly, that's a new word, goodly, all right? So if you're diversified in your portfolio and you have not just meme coins, but you have altcoins, some Bitcoin, and you have some meme coins. Even on days when Bitcoin is down, your portfolio should still be kind of cool. It may go down a little bit on percentage wise, but if you're well diversified, I noticed that my portfolio stay pretty decent. Even on days when Bitcoin is red, I've seen it where my actually overall portfolio was high because stuff starts to run. You know, cryptos like XRP. Speaking of XRP, what do you got to say fundamentally about XRP? And we're going to go right into the charts. We're going to keep this one popping.
Yeah. So, I mean, from a fundamental perspective, I still think XRP could still be a little undervalued. I think what we're seeing in the U.S. as a result of Trump being elected, what we're seeing from more of an intrinsic value perspective, I think XRP is in a spot to where it's going to continue to take advantage of all of the benefits of being a U.S.-based crypto. And I think the charts are starting to show that as well. So if you want to show up that chart real quick, I can kind of just show them really quickly what I'm trying to say here.
Go right into it.
In the world of crypto, whenever you're doing technical analysis, there's something called the Fibonacci's. Now, put simply, they're just levels that are going to kind of guide you on where things could go. And what happens a lot of the times is that if a cryptocurrency breaks through what's called the 618 to 786 Fibonacci zone, it's called the golden zone. It opens up the door for that crypto to continue to push higher and higher and higher. And what we can see here is this red box is your golden Fibonacci zone that I just told you about. And XRP got up to that thing, and when most cryptos would usually slow down at it, it absolutely went straight up through it, showing its bullishness and showing how truly strong this move is. And now that we cleared that level, it did open up those doors for those bigger moves up to what could be $3.38, $6.50. And that is where XRP is continuing to push up towards. And so honestly, even though XRP has done extremely good over the last couple of days and weeks, I think there's even a chance that over the long term, this thing could still have a lot of room to run. And so from a technical perspective, I think things are looking very, very, very good. And although in the short term, sure, we might get little pullbacks and cool downs here and there because natural corrections are healthy. We see them all the time. Over the long term, I still think there could be some room to run. And I am really liking what I'm seeing here from a technical and a fundamental perspective. So things are looking real good in my opinion.
I like that. I like that. Look at this, nephew. This is what I like. When you look here and you look at the, by market cap, if you look, XRP has ran up the chain. It's just stepping up ladder by ladder. Is surpassing market cap wise. Is actually passed up Tether. You see that? And then look at that number over the next 7 days. 91% over the last 7 days. Look at that. over the last 24 hours, an extra 26%. And you don't see anything else remotely close as you run down the chain. Look at that. As far as the last 7 days, it is absolutely mooning. And like Tyler said, there's a lot yet to happen. And you're going to start seeing price predictions just ramp up, ramp up, ramp up. I see a clear path. As he put the FIB extension on there, I see a clear path to $5. And I believe that anything above that is gravy. Now, I've heard $7, I've heard $9, I've heard of $4, $4.50. It's all over the place. You gotta have a plan with XRP. But only one of the things that is really strong about XRP, on top of its use case and on top of it being held back for so long, is the good riddance of the SEC, Gary Gensler. And yes, we know what buy the rumor, sell the news is, but that has yet to happen. When the inauguration happens on the 20th, that's going to be another positive move for XRP. Now, there may be some buy the news, sell the rumor, or some profit taking the week of, but I believe after that, you're going to see another strong pump on XRP, and it's going to forerun a lot of the other alts. What do you think about that?
I agree. I completely agree. And it's funny because I have held my bag of XRP. It's coming up on 4 years now, but I have been one of its biggest critics in the sense that it's like, hey, eventually you're going to have to do something. You know what I mean?
Right.
We can't keep doing this sideways stuff forever. And I even got to a point where I was like, when it gives me something to talk about, then I'll talk about it. But until then, don't even ask me about it. And
it
now
was
we're
a stable coin.
Exactly. But now it's in a spot to where it's shown that it can take these things that we're seeing in the macro, right? What's happening from an economic perspective, environmental perspective, and use it as actual catalyst to start seeing the price move. And so I agree with you. As we see things develop with Trump in office, I think it's only going to add more intrinsic value to Ripple, which should then go to XRP's token itself.
Let's move over to XLM. What do you have to say about XLM?
I think XLM is just starting to load up, honestly. Obviously, it's had quite a move. Don't get me wrong. It's had quite a move. But if you want to go ahead and show them this chart real quick.
There you go. Let's go.
You remember in the last thing I was talking about XRP, I said whenever a crypto breaks that 618 to 786 Fibonacci zone, it opens that door for a real nice move in the long term, right? Maybe not immediately, but in the long term, well, XLM just got its move. So when XRP's price was XRP way back here broke this zone, XLM is just getting through that zone. And history says that when a crypto can break a zone like this, it opens that door for something like XLM to push up to $1.56, $3.64. And so I still think that although XLM has moved well, it's another one where it could just be starting to open the door for that inevitable and eventual move up towards what I think could be $3.50 or possibly even higher, which is still a fantastic move from here. I mean, that's still 5 or 6x from here. So I think XLM also is another one that could still just be loading up in the long term, even if in the short term we do get some sort of small pullback or something like that.
You know, while you're there, why don't you just move right into Shib that had a little move. Though it cooled off, it had a little move, but Shib is starting to wake up early, though next year is the year for Shib. Go right into Shib, please.
Absolutely. So when we look at something like Shib has, been a little bit maybe boring to some degree for the last month, right? Not done a ton, but that you can only think that way if you don't know what it's actually doing. So Shib's price broke out of this big old descending channel that we saw back here. When it was doing that, it created an inverse head and shoulders, which is it's a pattern that says that we might go up. And what's interesting is that over the last 4 weeks, all Shib has been doing is building a foundation that is trying to use as support since breaking out of these structures. So we broke out of this structure, and now it's just building up a foundation on top of those structures to try to use the push towards the upside. And so where I'm at right now is I think Shib is a sleeping giant. I think that when we do really start to see this market move, that Shib is going to have established a beautiful foundation on top of these key levels, and we'll try to use that foundation to really gain some momentum. And hey, possibly we could even see a new all-time high from Shib sometime or as soon as early next year. So yeah, I think Shib is a sleeping giant as well.
Absolutely. I'm going to go here and I'm going to go right here to the Fear and Greed Index, which is something that I monitor like it's a like it's that thing that measures your heartbeat, and because it's so important, right? So last month, it was kind of 57%. But if you notice right now, last week this was higher than it was higher last week, and it was actually stepping down. Now it's the fear and greed is at 83, right? So it's the same as it was last week. And that's because of crypto like XRP that people are starting to pile back in. And because now everybody is talking about their coworkers and everything. And this does scare me. Everybody I talk to say their friends are talking about XRP, right? And their dumb neighbors, quote unquote. My dumb neighbor was talking about XRP. Should I be scared? And I was like, that's when it's time to actually, if you're swing trading, you may be thinking about taking some money off the table. Me personally, I don't know about you, Tyler. My swinging period for XRP is over. All of the XRP that I got in, that I'm up over 100%, I put big bags in early. I'm holding till next year. What's your plan?
Yeah, so I actually did just announce to my group not too long ago. My average cost on XRP ranges. I have 3 different positions. I have random positions sometimes. But my average cost for XRP currently is right around 55 cents. And because of that, what I recognized today, I was like, you know what? I'm going to spot to where if I pull out my entire initial investment, I still have 80% of this position left over. I'd love to just be fully in profit. And so today was actually the day where I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take my initial investment out. I closed down roughly 20% of that entire portfolio position.
Yes.
And I'm just going to let the rest ride until we just see what happens.
That's called smart, Tyler. That's how I killed it with Shib. That's how I made $278,000 off of Shiba-inue alone. I literally took my personal investment out, and we call that playing with the house's money, of course. And you can't lose. Tyler, you cannot lose because you took your initial investment out. Hey, let's go into Pepe Le Pew. All right, I'm going to pull up the chart.
Yep, let's do it. So Pepe's in a great spot. So Pepe is another one, just like Shib, where it's kind of had a silent 4 weeks, right? And everybody starts to get a little mad when we have 4 silent weeks in a bull market, unless you can really realize what's going on. So what happened with Pepe? We're looking at the weekly charts here, which means each one of these candles is 1 week. And what we can see is that Pepe's price was kind of not doing too much up until about 4 weeks ago, in which its price broke above that previous yearly high, which is right around that 174 level. And what's interesting is that Pepe's price is doing something right now, even though it doesn't feel like it. What's happening right now is Pepe's price just broke above that previous yearly high and is trying to build support on top of it. What we call that in crypto is an RS flip, which means you flip resistance, right? Resistance into some support. And if you can use that support correctly as a foundation, oftentimes that support can then be used as a foundation to really continue higher. And so although it hasn't felt like Pepe is doing much, what it is doing is building up a foundation on top of a previous high that could very well be used to really gain some momentum, especially once we do see this altcoin season continue to pick up and a meme coin season to pick up. So I really like what I'm seeing with Pepe here. I've done a good bit of purchasing on Pepe while we have been in this little sideways movement, because I do think that this foundation could very well push us up towards that 3.7 to 4.5 level somewhere up here.
That's nice, man. Hey, look, we just smashed it. We just went through everything, and I like to just get right into it on this video and not mess around and just go right into it like we just did. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah. So sometimes this show is asking Tyler what Tyler's seeing. Now I'm a little curious myself. Are you looking at anything yourself right now? Just anything popping up on your radar? Anything new? Any changes being made? What are you seeing? I got to know.
Actually, yeah. It's a crypto. I'll be honest with you. I never heard about it until the day. I know there's some people on it. I've never heard about it till the day. I kind of peeped it a little bit. I talked about it a little bit today. XYO. Can you pull that up on the chart? It's ticker symbol XYO. Let's see. I'm going to try to pull it up too. XYO. Now, what I see is I see a potential run. So, when I find these, like how I found Doge is, sometimes I look at them like race horses. They'll come out, they'll show you what they can do, then they pull back, and then they just sit dormant for a minute, right? and then they absolutely moon. XYO is one of those that's showing us what it could do. I believe that it has a lot of growth potential leading into 2025. You got it up?
Yep, I see it right here.
All right, but it could, but there could be a cool off because it ran up, but at some point it's time to just start getting in. All right.
Yeah. So what I'm seeing from XY, and I'll just pull it up here. So obviously, pardon me, I don't have a ton of chart history and knowledge on this one, but what I can see right now is something very, very, very clear. So XYO has a history of pushing up towards this 1.5 cent mark and running into what's called resistance, which just means the bears step in and try to push the price a little bit more down. And what you'll come to realize is that right now, if we go ahead, let's get this little rectangle out, and we're going to draw a rectangle right in that little zone, right in this little area where XYO has a history of running into resistance. And although XYO did get rejected, meaning that it is going down a little bit right now, XYO actually, for the very first time since September or August of 2022, broke through that zone for the very first time today. And so when I see this, just like you said, it'll show you what it has and it'll pull back a little bit. And today it showed us that it is capable of breaking through this red box, through this red zone. And although we didn't sustain that breakout today, I think there's a good decent sized chance that now that we've cracked that code, that the bulls have been able to finally break this level that they've been struggling at for the last 2 years. There's a very good chance that XYO does try to gain some momentum and try to push through this little barrier, through this wall, and open up that door, unlock that door to the upside, which I think, I mean, looking at this from a quick perspective, I think a push towards 3 cents towards 4 cents makes a ton of sense, which is still another move, 2x to 2.5x from here. So yeah, I see what you mean. I definitely think the fact that we finally cleared this red zone is a very good sign. And anybody who's in XYO should get very excited at the fact that it finally broke this level.
Yeah, look at that. And then look at this. Let's just say it returns to all-time high, Tyler. If it goes back to where it did the last crypto summer, right, in the bull run of 2021, that's that's 8 cents. You see that? That's a 5.5x from where we are today.
Yeah,
that's a 5.5x from where we are today. And Larry, are you saying that that's going to happen? I said I'm saying that it has the potential to happen next year, but I see a lot of room, so I'm not going all bull in. I bought like I put like $121 in it today. It literally went down like 11%. Then it mooned up to 34% all today. And then it kind of cooled down a little bit. So I'm just saying XYO is one to put on your charts, to put on your watch list. You do what you want to do with it. All right. Anything we say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. Please do not fall for spam in the comment section. But hey, if you have liked this, I want you guys to check out my man, Tyler Hill. We're going to be talking together. We're going to be actually working together. I'm going to talk to you about that for a second. But in leaving, I want to let you guys know that the promo code LEARN, LEARN, use that at checkout and download Stock Up You. For those of you that don't have the class, I'm extending the sale for some of you that, doing your Christmas shopping early. I get it. Tyler, anything else you want to say in party?
The same thing that we said last time. Whenever we did the live stream a few weeks ago, I said, hang on for dear life because stuff's going to get crazy. And, look, we're in euphoria right now. Don't get me wrong. But I definitely think it could continue. I think there's still going to be crazy things in front of us. And as long as you have a strategy that you can stick to, you'll be all good. So listen to Larry. When Larry says make a strategy, and you'll be all right.
One of the things I will leave in saying is there will be some shakeoffs. There's a lot of leverage trading out there, right? And the market makers will come for that money. So when you have a lot of leverage trading, it's just like your stop losses sometimes. A stock will come and it'll trigger your stop loss, take your money and go run right back up. You're going to have flash crashes. And it's even worse with crypto. I actually love it. I love flash crashes when you're on an upward trajectory, when you just had the halving, and that crypto summer is actually the bull run is next year. When you have a crypto president that's about to take the office, and you see green pastures, and you have flash crashes where stuff just triggers really low. You just look at your app and it's a sea of red. For me, that represents opportunity. Don't get freaked out if you see this, okay? We have a lot more runway. We have a lot more money to be made in all of crypto, and even stuff that has maximally ran like XRP. There's a lot more money to be made. I'm going to leave it right there. You agree, Tyler?
Absolutely. 100%.
I'm going to leave it right there. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. I was saying I couldn't agree more.
There you go. Make a plan, good people, so we can all party at the end of this bull run. All right. All right. We're going to leave it right there. Tyler, his link will be in the description like before. This is my man, Tyler. And Tyler and I are talking. We'll let you guys know later about working together on some educational stuff that I'm going to be doing. You guys already know I'm going to be starting my own investment club. I'm calling it the club because it's going to be focused on teaching. And yeah, I'm going to have a bonus room where I'm going to put my plays in. But my man Tyler has agreed to come on, and we're going to teach you guys how to do this stuff yourself. All right. I'm going to leave it right there. Make sure you check out the links below. Coupon code LEARN, LEARN. Peace.